Time is starting to run out to take in the 2010 summer. Over the next 2 weeks, we are taking a look at a couple of summer yard games. And one is an old pastime. The other is a tailgating favorite that's growing in popularity.
I know that one.
Yeah, first up, photographer Kirk Arneson and I spotlight a game that may take you back to your youth in this morning's In Search Of report.
It's the sound of a common pastime.
I started pitching horseshoes when I was a young kid.
I think I started when I was 12 years old.
I got started back when I was 14 years old. My family always played. My grandpa played. My dad played. And they passed the trade on to me.
What was once just a backyard barbecue battle
Get on there.
can now be found in league and tournament play all over the community.
There, back on.
The roster here at Horseshoe Park in La Crosse is full of people from all walks of life.
I get a ringer 4, Bob.
Seniors to 30-somethings, world champions and otherwise.
You don't have to be good. You can be a beginner. You don't have to be an expert. And that's the fun of it.
The game itself is pretty simple.
You start out with the pins being 40 feet apart.
Oh, I dropped it.
Each person throws 2 shoes.
If you pitch your shoe around the stake, it's a ringer worth 3 points, unless your opponent also gets a ringer. Then they cancel each other out.
Ringers alike.
And if you miss the ringer but get within 6 inches, you get a point.
Oh, I think you're going to get a point, Bob.
Very often you hear the saying, close only counts in horseshoes. Close doesn't count in horseshoes much. If you can't do better than get close, you aren't going to do well.
It's one of those games that when you think you kind of got it figured out, it has a good way to remind you that you don't.
There it is. Oh, there it was.
It's fun,
It's actually inexpensive.
camaraderie,
That away, Bob. Just being with the people.
become good friends and get to know people that you wouldn't meet otherwise.
It's a good time.
So lace them up,
Coming on?
grab your shoes, and give this old pastime a new try.
I encourage anybody to come out and give this a shot.
In La Crosse with photographer Kirk Arneson, Jennifer Livingston, News Channel 8.
Wait for it.
It was fun when I went out there, and I actually gave it a shot. I was one of the people that didn't ever really play this when I was younger. Did you ever try this?
Well, growing up in Atlanta, Georgia, oh yeah, that was one of our PE
You did, yes. So
activities.
I tried to take a couple of shots, and I did okay. I mean, I think maybe with practice I could do a little better. But I know there's a lot of people out there that maybe are wishing that they could have the chance to still play, and now there's an opportunity because there's leagues that they're just wrapping up in Holman. La Crosse, Galesville has one as well.
Wow.
But if you're interested in pitching horseshoes, you still have an opportunity at Cornfest this weekend. The Phil Wall Classic Horseshoe Tournament kicks off at 11 tomorrow with its singles competition. The doubles competition is Sunday at 11. Registration opens up at 10:30. And now next week in our In Search Of report, we're going to be spotlighting the more modern version of horseshoe pitching that you see sort of in tailgating parking lots in games all over the country. You can catch that next Thursday on News Channel 8 at 6, as well as Friday morning on News Channel 8 this morning. Cool.